Meanwhile, for our main show, we do have our standard program content here. We have our race here between methinkso and Pyra, and then joining me in the booth here is Skygoro. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I really excited for Triforce Splits. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks like something I could give a shot actually.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun as someone who's played the past three seasons, and yeah, it's they're nice to have like short seeds where you get to play for 2 hours, and if Mito decides to really screw you over, well, you're just done in 2 hours.
Yeah. But yeah, looking for a match coming up here. The tail of the tape. Both are really equal in number of races. Um, 1-1. It looks like Methinks so holds the victory edge, but I think this will be really close regardless.
Oh yeah, I think both these runners are both excellent. Obviously, Pyra being here means that I was defeated in our match, so I guess spoilers. But if you're here, you kind of already put that together. Uh, but yeah, both players very good. In my experience, I think they're both pretty evenly matched. I think this will be a very exciting and close race here.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing their routing, maybe trying to understand the logic a little bit. I haven't been following season 8 that much, but hopefully I can bring in some perspective here.
So, what of season 8 have you seen so far? What how you excited
Just
for seeing?
different hint priorities. Trying to understand those. I do understand them a little bit after I've been tracking for a while. But um, it is definitely a little different from seasons before for sure.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, the we actually had a very interesting race with Hint Prio yesterday. I won't spoil it, but it's definitely a first time I think that I've seen on it. So very much worth a watch if you have not seen the race from yesterday on the Silver Gauntlets.
Yeah, I was there for. I was tracking that match. Really good one. So definitely tune into the VOD when that's released, everybody.
Yeah, I think it should be up already, at least on Twitch, maybe not on YouTube yet. I don't know when those will be all settled, but yeah. I think we are just a few minutes away here, letting our runners get fully set up here. Uh, so yeah, we got a few minutes to kill. Um, I guess looking more at these stats here, like you mentioned, they've played a difference of four races, like as far as their total number, which is pretty crazy for it to be that
Yep.
similar.
Um. Yeah, and me, like I said, Methinkso's got the one-on-one advantage, but I don't know if that really like it is a one-on-one right now, but it could go either way. Like I said, it really just depends on how the seed falls.
Oh, definitely. I think just in general with the season, really anyone can come away with this.
I don't know both runners personally, so I don't know their routing styles. So I'm interested to see that
Yeah,
where they go, where they decide to go,
Pyra
which one
is
gets
a
the.
infamous on the infamous Valley Laker on the same team as me in Multi-World. I don't know if they
I
will
see.
do Valley Lake. Uh, I've kind of started to edge away from it, but
It seems like I think somebody told me they were really persistent about Valley Lake. So let's say they spawn in ranch, they might even rush that, maybe.
oh, very possible.
So yeah. So if you're a Valley Laker, Pyra is a Valley Laker as well.
Yeah.
I've seen Methinkso's name a lot, so I figured they've been around for a decent amount of time. So uh, I I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I've seen Me Think So in several different race categories, whether it be here in Triforce, not Triforce Splits. I have too much Triforce Splits on the mind. Here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Challenge Cup, they played in both in Triforce Splits. I believe they played Multi World and some other things around there as well. So definitely a lot of different races between the two of them, different categories. Yeah, it looks like both our runners are ready, so I'm just gonna give them a few minutes here to let the top of the hour hit and getting our last couple things here fixed up since one of them went live a little late. But yeah, we'll get us
Yeah,
on the road in just a moment.
yeah, I do like the multi-world or co-op aspect of Triforce splits. That might actually entice me to go try Triforce splits out for the first time. So
Yeah, if you need to practice logic or if you know your logic well, like it's a lot of fun and you learn honestly like season 1 of Triforce Splits is where I learned basically almost all of my like knowledge for logic.
see, the first time that I tried it, it melted my brain into many pieces, and I don't have many pieces left, so it's a little unfortunate. But I can see it the way it's changed. It's not as confusing. There were all like these wanderers paths that I didn't quite understand, and I don't know.
Yeah, luckily there is a lot of us that play it, so you are always welcome to ask for assistance on anything. Like there's tons of us in the Discord that play constantly, and I'm sure with the announcement we'll probably be getting tons of videos coming up for it.
Yeah, definitely exciting.
But yeah, looks like with our runners being ready and top of the hour is arriving, I'm going to get us kicked off here. So
All right, it
looking
looks like
at a Bolero start, looks like with Zora Sapphire.
yep, adult start as well. Let's see. Yeah, so what do you think about the difference between a CAC and river play?
Uh,
What do you think about it?
I think it's a personal preference. I don't know if either one has like a massive like difference in like I want to say usefulness, a difference in what's the way to put it? I think they're both good in different ways. Personally, I like to do CAC then River if I need to do River. Because usually what I like with River is if you get like a scale, you get to possibly go into forest easier.
We got ZL right off the bat on Bolero.
Oh yeah. Curious if anyone dips into fire. I've been seeing that a bit more often with runners.
That's a blue P.
It looks like there's a reset on both sides.
Yep. All right. Um, let's check out some hints. Kabu, Shadow, DC, Forest, and I think that's a water.
I think I saw Deku in there too. Looks like Castle
I
Foolish, Water Foolish, and River Foolish. Well, about that River play.
Yeah, it would just be for information at this point.
Yeah, River is nice for info. I don't know if it's worth it without the checks.
Yeah, for sure. Colossus had a Pona, I think that said.
I believe so. So that means we definitely need Requiem to ever get out there, or Longshot.
Yep. Logically, long shot, magic, and lens, yeah.
Yep.
But there are just some states where you're just never gonna find lens.
Yeah, most
Just
likely it'll be
never gonna find it.
Requiem that'll be our path out there.
Yeah. Alright, it looks like Pyra is farming money for a shield here, where methinkso is just sending it, which is fine either way.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it played out for me last time I skipped buying a shield against Pyra.
I love that. I love that hero. 223. I remember
Yeah.
exactly.
I watched that race back, and the amount of chat like making fun of me for not buying a shield was great because I'm the one who usually always buys a shield.
Yeah, I think I was commenting. Oh, strength
Ooh,
on
early strength
Rukia.
is nice. That's a very nice DC early.
Yeah, for sure.
OoT Minuet. That could be logical AD.
That could be.
Oh, and shoes. Okay. Honestly, it's
Well, now
full
you
clear
go to
DC.
DC. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
You don't even need to do 2 KD. You have strength for him.
I didn't see skulls right there. I saw 50 was dead.
I was watching left side too, so that's a mistake on both our sides. Sounds like skulls are dead, according to Fox.
Another package use.
Wow. Getting many explosives this seed.
Please be a third one. Nah, my dreams.
Do get Serenade, so decent overworld movement. It's good for
Yeah,
Child if we don't get Prelude.
yeah, we're never getting menu at the seed, so
I wouldn't say
uh,
never, but probably not.
so we're hiking to Forest Temple, which isn't too bad
Yeah,
at
I
all.
mean, if we do AD, it's not for the song. We've done AD while chasing other things, basically.
It's just oops.
Yeah, oops
You
AD.
have to go to
Yeah, bunch of junk in the Skullhouse today. Or at least the 10 or the 430 through 50.
Yeah. Man, I last season it was Zavi that won without checking skulls, and a lot of the mindset is that if Zavi can win season 7 without checking skulls, why do I have to check skulls? But it's I don't know.
Yeah, skulls are like the biggest thing in the beginning that like really sets the seeds like pace. Like seeing like an important item on 50 is like depends on the runner. I like getting skulls personally, but I know some runners really just like 50 because it's a slog sometimes.
Yeah, I mean I think series.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
so
goes our AD for Forest Axis.
yeah, immediately robbed. Methinkso was the first one to Rufio, so yes, they did have a string.
Yeah, Pyra does a different route through CAC than a lot of the runners. They do like Schoolhouse into Anju, then Graveyard, and go into Windmill. They get 40 in the Poet in the beginning, and then they get 20 in Dampé's Grave, and then 20 in the Crate. And that gives them a shield on the way in, or the way out of a CAC.
Pretty smart.
And we're getting some double Dampé action here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Sometimes it's like Dampé has auto aim, and other times it feels like he's really nice to you.
Yeah, I
He's like
think
he
what
knows what.
someone told me is like every like 2 or 3 seconds he decide like there's a chance for him to throw fire, and so he can just throw it like over and over, or he can get lucky. He just doesn't do anything. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. The other mean thing with Dampé is the camera does a weird thing at the end. Ooh, iron boots. We need those.
Yeah, we do.
The camera does a weird thing at the door, and if you Z target right as the camera shifts, it like turns your camera sideways. And I avoided out to that, and it's very frustrating. I've learned to never Z target while rolling through that wall.
Yeah, the hitbox is. It's crazy.
You know, it's just OOT. It's a very well coded game.
Yeah.
Definitely no bugs or anything like that. Anything like that.
A lot of misplaced polygons.
Methinkso gonna be
Alright,
going to
so
get his Sorry song here in the tomb.
now I don't think this is like a contentious topic, but it's basically like I like doing graveyard as child so I can get the torches because I feel like it's hard to come back to them. So you can just do the trick to get them and not
Yeah.
worry about it. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just don't worry about it when they're higher leveled
If I have
players.
Nocturne, I might put it off. But the problem with putting it off, like in this kind of seed, is you don't know when you're ever going to near CAC as child. And so if you don't do it as adult now, like you might just not ever have a chance to get it later.
This
And
is
if it's
true.
a warp song or anything useful, like it could be like Suns, even Saris is useful for a child. Like you're just kind of putting it off. Like imagine you never have a chance to go to it as child one, and then you do all your child stuff, and you come back as an adult later, and then you get Sorry song, and you're just like, well, now when do I do Skull Kid?
Yeah. Yeah, that would put it in an awkward situation for sure. I guess it's good to have Sirius now than later
Yeah.
for lost switch checks. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Surprisingly, me think so. Not going into DC like I thought they might. I'm curious
I
if Pyro
figure,
will once they find strength on the roof,
yeah.
unless they skip it. Pyro will never be forgiven for skipping my long shot on in a multi-world. on Rufio.
I feel like you have to go into it's so many checks so fast.
Yeah. It's not even so much the check density why I like checking it. It's that you have to do it anyway, and um, they had 2 packs to choose. Actually, did Pyra not get the other pack of choose? They have 10.
Did I not check adult on here?
I think they got that from Anjio. Was the other one in the grotto?
It was in the grotto,
They must have
yeah.
skipped
They
the
skipped
grotto
it.
chest.
I don't know. When you're this early into a seed, I'm checking for choose and chest, but I understand. Like it could be just absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised they skipped it, but not the end of the world.
Oh yeah, 9 choose is plenty, and you got strength, so don't even really have to waste them.
Yeah, at most you need 4 choose to do all of DC, depending on if you need the crack wall at the end of the bridge. So yeah, this could be our first major divergence here.
I don't know, like 5 choose isn't a lot, but I feel like it can take you a long way for extra checks
Yeah.
specifically.
Ooh, no, I mean, it doesn't matter. There's a bomb back on top of DC, so it doesn't matter at all anymore.
Oh, all right, all right. That's where it likes to be, I tell you. It's just like
Yeah,
like
I've been
Irumi
burned
is
by
like
like
I put this
not
here for you,
checking top of DC. Oh, another one here too.
and that's technically in
Oh
logic.
my god,
What?
that's
What?
great. Another
Well,
bomb bag.
just pick up that other one. You got 30 bombs. That's crazy, dude. The sea do be having jokes.
Not likely. We still could get a DMT path to KD if like bombs are not required at all for water, which is not likely, but I mean, it could happen.
That would be crazy.
Yeah,
Cause yeah, bombs
it would
are
require
locking
both
bombs
our,
right
our
now.
hook shots to not be bomb locked and for the
Yeah,
key layout to not need bombs. Not likely,
yeah.
but it could happen. Oh, speaking of bombs, Pierre is a bomb refill. Don't think we'll be getting that.
Yeah, hopefully methinkso's early child pays off here a little bit.
That's a bow.
Oh, it absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a major time difference to put it off for now. It's just interesting that you would not just do DC while you have the chance to clear it.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm thinking. I just thought, it, it felt kind of obvious to just go straight there, but hey, a bow is a bow.
Yeah, it's possible they want to get their child stuff out of the way now, and
Yeah.
then not have to go back to child for a long time. Or if you're really lucky, you can find K-Sword. Well, I guess you have Deku and Jabu, so you probably need to at least go back once, unless you find just everything.
Yeah. Also, ranch is haunted, which is terrifying.
Just a little haunted.
Alright. So I haven't seen a lot more in DC. Get a skull here.
Oh, it's Song of Time at Ranch
That's-
there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, speaking of
Oh.
K-Sword,
Okay. Like you said, advantages to going child. Not much of a difference maker. So Pyra will have a dungeon. Methinkso will have a dungeon. It's pretty good.
yeah, and where K-Sword is, I don't see Pyra like missing that. It'd be very weird.
100%. Yeah, we have no pass yet.
I have seen some players skip windmill chest, but that's like very like risky. And like from what I know of Pyro playing with them for a while, they're not like a major risk taker like that usually.
Song of Time, bow, and K-sword.
There is a big chest here.
Yeah.
Slingshot.
Oh, was it a Temple of Time spawn?
I
That's
did
funny.
not see. I didn't even see that save where it was. That might be where it was. So we got Prelude as our basically our save quit. Yeah. Meanwhile, interesting thing though with the adult part first is that we got a slingshot, so we can do target in the woods now as adult. I mean as child when we do go child. Or methinkso won't be able to unless they find another one.
Okay.
So if we do find anything important on target in the woods, that could be something important.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about how crazy it was to just find 2 bomb bags just lurking in DMT. It's so funny. You're like, King Dodongo left the bombs out. That's definitely true.
Left one bag on top and one bag in their secret closet in the wall.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, think so. Hiking all here to forest. I think they might have Dompe time if Nocturne ends up being here.
I think you have...
I think it's 15
What is
seconds.
it? Yeah, 15 seconds by the time the wolf house, so...
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
if we
definitely
find
get that.
Nocturne here. If we don't find Nocturne, then it's mute anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're already on KD. We found double defense above KD.
Yeah. 2 tokens for methinkso.
Yeah. I'm not super familiar with methinkso's playstyle. I think they're relatively safe as well. I'd say they're probably both very similar in playstyle if I had to guess.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, we blinked and
little...
KD is dead.
Yeah. The only boss that you can't one cycle, which is sad. But, you know... Oh my god, there's another big chest. Oh. Well, you know, Zooter safely, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Bonk.
Hey, free shield.
Oh, a free shield. Alright, Mito Provido today.
Just some hearts looks like. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Fury Force, not barren. Well, I guess it could be because it's just near his love, but I do still have a Storms check with
Yeah.
whatever Storms may be.
You're going to Deku Tree. This will reset the day. So no, just really wanted to get that one skull. And we'll go to Lost Woods and Sacred Forest Meadow afterwards.
Yep, and we're gonna get a couple hints here around Deku Tree.
Some hints would be nice.
Sunsgrave is a strength. That's really good info.
Ooh. That is extremely good info.
Yeah, we don't necessarily need a lot of strength to see because we all don't have spirit, but you never know. We do need. So I don't know if we need that or not.
I don't know. Feels like any stone dungeon just finds a way now. It's not even the shadow meme anymore. It's every stone dungeon.
Yeah, I mean spirit is just very dense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a purple rupee on Final Frog, so no frogs to today.
Looks like we saw something in the Goron maze here. Maybe not.
Skull
We
Mask
just
is
wanted
fire
to...
arrows.
Interesting. Do you go for those?
I don't think you push it right away. It doesn't do much for you.
Yeah, we did get a redundant hint. Frogs 2 did. But
Oh yeah, River
it
is
isn't
foolish, so I
always.
guess, yeah. It was never anything good. You know, big
Oh
chest
god, it's
and
baby
slingshot
Clark.
chest.
Hot Rodder gives... What? Bombs?
There's a bomb refill, yeah. Oh, double piggy here.
Okay.
Got a lot of big chests in the beginning here.
We sure do. Oh, another bow. And a tunic. That's helpful.
A lot of big chests, but not a lot of usefulness.
No, not really.
We have good items, but like not as many as you would expect for how many big chests we found so far.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I didn't see Pyra peek that. I don't think they had enough time though.
They're probably gonna
Unless they
check it
did it
now.
at the beginning, didn't they?
I don't know if either runner checked it. It's kind of a weird peak. It's not easy to see sometimes.
Right.
Colossus hands are both dead.
Okay.
Hey, looks like we are gonna get a check on it. Ruda's letter. Yeah, we definitely need that.
Oh, very nice. Can't tell if Baby Park is the dungeon music or the enemy music. I think it's the enemy music,
I
which is
think so.
kind
I
of
think
funny.
this is Observatory from Majora's Mask,
Yeah.
for the dungeon music.
Oh man.
Very clean B1 skip there.
Oh, very nice. B1 skip is the one of the things that you have to know as a new runner coming up, whether you're playing scrubs,
Yeah, it's one of the
whether you're
first
trying
tricks
to
you just,
understand.
it's just like that and ground jumps are the two main ones that you want to learn early.
For sure.
There's both that you use very often. Okay. B1 skip not as useful as used now with a lot of settings using closed deku, but still comes up very often. You just find it really case sword and you don't have bombs yet.
Yeah. All right, we got Goma coming up here. Could be pretty simple. Please don't be a commentator's curse. I'm sorry, methinkso. I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Long on a Queen Goma, you don't say.
Yeah.
And there's Goma down. Yeah, and I
There's
imagine we'll
them.
see Pyra follow their footsteps here.
Okay, so wouldn't Deku, since it it is the Spirit Medallion, be a priority hint,
It
right?
is one of the
Because
two
of the Bridge
priorities, yeah.
Medallion. So
The priority items are light arrows, the shadow and spear mids.
yeah,
Now, K sword is not locked by anything, so and we didn't really find
yeah.
anything in there. We found an extra bow, I guess a Zora tunic, which is at the same priority for Water Temple. So I don't think Prio is gonna matter for anything in Deku at least.
Oh, we're going to Lost Woods here. Uh, don't have Sun Song, so Lost Woods is annoying.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised Pyre didn't hike to Forest Temple after doing DMC for the song there. Not like the end of the world. Just a lot of good songs we're missing. Like we're missing like the things we have open right now is like Sun, Storms, Prelude, Nocturne, Requiem.
Yeah.
All of which are just really useful.
Still don't have a path in yet, which is crazy.
We did. We got the Lon Lon to Goma.
Oh, my bad, missed that.
It was on
There's
the
that.
DMT, like right below Big Goron.
Oh, okay, okay. I think I was watching left side when that happened.
A repeat for Big Goron.
Any other Lost Woods skippers in chat? It's super risky, I know it is, because of the Sphere Zeros, but I don't know. I think I just play crazy and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, issue with this seed is, I mean, if you're in Pyra's shoes, you've already done DC. Like, what else do you do if you don't do Lost Woods?
Yeah.
What's better?
No, 100% in these particular settings you don't.
Yeah, and plus you don't have, you're probably not ever getting menu at the seed, and your spawn
Oh,
is
yeah.
on market, so like, or in Temple of Time. So getting back to Lost Woods is kind of annoying. So But we can check everything except for the skull mask check, which we know what it is. Like we have a oh they don't have a slingshot. That's right. Pyra has a slingshot.
Yeah. I think my last scrub seed had boomerang here and lights on target in the woods, and I could have done both, but I just walked right past them.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Alright, nothing there. 20 rupees. Well, helpful.
Ooh, I don't think Pyra's gonna make it to ranch. Yeah, they're a little delayed.
Hey, we know where they're going if they can't make it to ranch.
Well, to
Bottom of the
Morpha.
well, Morpha. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I feel like Storms is gonna be SFM as adults, or I guess it could be either. I guess they're not
What
doing
is...
Valley. They might just be doing Lake.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you could go Valley from Lake, but it seems like it's... I don't know. I don't know if I
I
do
think they're
that.
just trying to kill some time until daytime again. Nothing in the scrub there. I guess you also could do Southern Hyrule Field here after you do
Yeah,
fishing.
yeah, I can see that.
Very easy to orphan. Yeah, so interesting thing to think about with the well to Morphopath.
Hmm.
If Storms is behind Shadow Temple, which is 2 songs behind Shadow Temple, could be some
That's
very
true.
weird hint stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess if we see
Nice.
a lot of like a lot of Morphopaths now, that'll probably be the case.
Alright.
Yeah, and it looks like Pyra
So,
is gonna be doing field here.
yeah.
Oh, and there's Nocturne.
Okay. So we could have gone and done damping. What
Daruni
was
is
that?
Din's Fire. That is a
Let's
hint.
go.
So I think Methinkso is going to Goron City next. Just a hunch.
Yeah, 100%.
Law of the
Evil
Evil's
chain
Bane.
on.
What else did we find in Lon Lon? We had a bow, right?
Song of Time, and K Sword and Bow. Yeah.
It can't be the bow because there's a bow in Deku Tree, so it has to be Song of Time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it has to be Song of Time. Yeah.
It's a very interesting one to be on Bane. Things that come to mind is GTG obviously, and whatchamacallit, Water Temple River.
Well, either way, the Stars Dreams, that Stars Dreams are probably coming alive here. Once we get Epona's song, eventually.
Technically could be weird Forest Temple things. Actually, no, we have a bow, never mind.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's been since we've had a toilet seat. Also, it looked like Pyra had to farm for the Decker Scope here.
Yeah, look, that tree had a few there for him.
Yeah, that's interesting to remember. Like, that's good knowledge of the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of random places to get rupees. Yeah, and there's our Dins.
Fine.
Yeah, Methinkso doesn't have bomb bag, so let's see if they are comfortable with the chew setup or the strength setup for this. I believe they know the chew setup. I believe I've seen them do it. Interesting. I think they
Oh,
have a timing for this.
I think that's good.
Yeah, it looked good. That must be a
Something
timing.
had Link of Truth. What was that? I missed it.
Oh, I think Pyra's like 1 rupee short.
Horseback archery has lens. Thank you, chat.
Interesting. So Requiem is required to cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I've not seen that before on methinkso side. So their movement there, why they didn't roll anything, I think it was as a timing to get that bomb at the right time.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I was like, when did they get Requiem? Their serenade is Requiem's music.
Pona at wreck. Hmm.
Yeah, Epona's a Requiem, so we can't like logically cross without Epona. Um,
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
our
that's
runners don't
right.
care about that. They're just gonna cross if they need to regardless, but logically you cannot get
Yeah.
Epona without Requiem. Looks like he thinks I was setting up Scarecrow as well. Long shot is logical to cross over the gap, but you need lens to do wasteland logically.
So with that, that means that yeah, we can't really. We would have to.
Yeah,
We would
you
need
would need
Requiem.
Epona to do it to get your lens to cross logically, which means you need to be a
Yeah.
desert first. Yeah, meanwhile we're just getting a lot of like footstep follows here. Methinkso doing Child Lake here. Pyra getting a Lon Lon done. Gonna find their K-Sword and Song of Time here shortly. Yeah, our next restream is not yesterday, or this is today. That's actually today's, I think. I'm not sure what happened with the restream there. Let me double check our schedule here while we're tracking steps here and see what we have on the schedule. I don't think we have much currently. I think we're finishing up round one and getting some confirmations on what's going on in the future. I believe we are looking for volunteers for a match on Saturday between Tensei and Mr. Martin. It's not confirmed yet. Looks like we do have a restreamer for it. We just need one more commentator and 2 trackers for it at minimum. So keep an eye out if you want to see that match. I don't know if we haven't confirmed it yet, but it is a possibility. Saturday at 3 Eastern looks like.
Yeah. Also, if you do want to volunteer, you can join the Discord.
Yeah.
If you want to track,
Yeah.
put in your
Tracking
application
is
for your
a
comp.
very low bar to entry. You just need to basically know the basics of the game. For commentary, they ask you have a bit more knowledge of the settings. Uh, and you usually have to send in like a video of you doing you basically commentate over like a blank clip. But we're always looking for more volunteers.
Yeah, the more volunteers we have, the more matches we can put on. So we can bring you guys a lot of Silver Gauntlets action.
Yeah, you don't really need to know the game well to track. You just kind of need to know what items are what. If you can match the pictures, you're usually pretty good. Meanwhile, getting Richard here on Methinkso side. I think it's one check on Child that Pyra has not done yet. And meanwhile, Pyra is hiking to Lost Woods. Or I guess the forest area in general.
Oh, nothing.
Just a nut. Oh, they might have Dompe time, which is good. They can get Dompe here with his Requiem. Or not Requiem, with his Nocturne.
What was that? Is
I
that storms on burning cack?
I missed the hint. If that is the case, then yeah, that's kind of annoying. That means we're not gonna
Yeah,
get
that's
any hints
rough.
for Shadow or Forest. Is that another bomb bag? That's another bomb bag. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the bail.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Methinkso is gonna go to adult and literally find the other two bomb bags like back to back.
So, two Sphere Zero bomb bags and one Sphere One bomb bag.
Yep. And depending
That's
where
pretty
Hammer is, it
funny.
could even be like they could all be available, like all three of them.
Yeah.
Pyra getting their Nary's love there.
So going back adult.
Yeah, I
They will
assume we're
go
gonna see them go
DC.
do DC here.
Yeah. It's gonna be funny. I, I, I think we might see a reaction, but maybe not.
Yeah, and with Storms on BK, that pretty much confirms it's gonna be long shot in Water Temple. I mean, in bottom of the well. We have a Tunic, we have Irons. You need a hook shot to do Shadow and Forest, so it pretty much has to be
Yeah.
long shot.
Yeah. Good information.
So yeah, the only paths we have available then are gonna be for Jabu. So it'll be interesting to see if we actually get a Jabu path. If we don't, that means something for Jabu is required for everything as well. It's actually the very weird scenario we had yesterday, where there were no
Yeah.
paths for anything that was not a bridge dungeon.
Yeah, so that's basically what it's. If you don't have a hint for that particular thing, it would mean, yeah, the dungeon item would lock something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's only if all our path hints get eaten up. We won't know until we find all 5 in this case, because you need Shadow, DC, and Forest to do water in this case, but you don't necessarily need Jabu to do it. But
Yeah.
if we don't find a Jabu path now, and that basically confirms that we have that something is behind Naruto's letter at the very least.
Okay. Which we do have.
Because I believe we have 4 of our paths. We have Lon Lon to Goma, we have Wells and Morpha, and Lon Lon to Evil's Bane. So we're still missing 2.
Yep. Yep, there's bombs.
There's a shield flick. We'll probably see some more after they finish DC when they get the other one.
And I don't think there was two level much in Deku, if I
No,
remember
this is a
right.
Zora Tunic and another bow, which the bow is actually helpful because it tells you that the your other path in for Lon Lon isn't bow.
Yep.
So that is actually pretty useful.
So Mark Boa. Pierre and Fire is dead?
Yeah, I think it was a bomb refill. You saw Pyro do DC.
Yeah. I have a goldfish memory, dude.
It's all good. I memorize the real dumb things and not the important things.
It's why I use the bear, not the Baronet tracker, but the oh, Xbox 360 controllers.
That's just a RetroArch thing. The controller like disconnected and reconnected immediately, basically. I think.
Yeah,
I've seen some runners
RetroArch.
have that. I don't know what causes it. I don't plan on. I think it's an RA thing. I've seen it happen to Pyra as well.
I think it's specifically with either Xbox or PlayStation controllers that it does that.
Maybe. I have a PS5 one I use for Project 64. I've never had that happen before. I did have controller issues at one point. That's because I was just dumb and didn't realize what I did to my computer when I replaced my hard drive. Since I moved, I'm on like a wired connection now, so I unplugged the antenna for my Wi-Fi card, not realizing that Wi-Fi card was also giving me Bluetooth, and so I basically unplugged the antenna I had for Bluetooth as well. So my controller was just like not happy with me. It's a problem with a slightly older motherboard. I did not realize the Bluetooth was not native to the motherboard.
Yeah, I just have a RAFnet adapter that has both GameCube and N64, and I play with a Brawler 64, which I like actually.
Nice, yeah. Most runners use a giant variety of controllers. It's kind of interesting. We even have a few keyboard warriors in our community.
Yep, I know that Alfalfa Field is one of them.
I have tried to play a seat on keyboard once, and much respect to them, I could not do it.
All right, Pyra's gonna have a clean Goma. I promise.
They have slingshot. That's a bit harder to mess up at least.
Okay, redeemed.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's on Target in the Woods here once Pyra does it, because methinkso could not do it. And we are kind of missing like an item here that like gives us like more things to do.
Yeah,
Because we're kind of
we
running
are
out
a
of
little
things.
bottleneck. Yeah, 100%. We're definitely a little bottlenecked here.
I kind of feel like ice might be our next play, which is kind of weird,
Yeah,
annoying because we have to go turn in Ruta's letter to get a free bottle.
yeah. No real quick way to do that either.
Yeah, which if that is the case, then Pyra has that slight lead because they are already child.
Yeah.
There's no quick way to do it to get there unless they find like a scale on Target in the Woods, but yeah. And if you're doing that, you
That would
might
be
even check the
fortuitous.
first chest of Jabu because you're already there and you might as well check it.
Yeah, I would like to see a Jabu dip here.
It's not great without Furores, but um, I don't think it's as big as a time loss. Like when you're like if you have to like hike to job to like domain to do it, then it's a lot worse. But if you're already in domain, it's not that much of a difference.
I think the most hilarious thing would be a scale on Stingray chest. That could be real, right?
Yeah, yeah. We have ZL and bombs, so we already have access to Jabu.
That would probably be my dream right there.
Yeah, that's KD down. So both of them are done with 2 dungeons. Same 2 dungeons in different orders, but they are both done.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Oh,
welcome in, Christopho Games. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. We have our exciting round 2 matchup between methinkso and Pyra here. Just about 40 minutes in. Yeah, feel free to stay on and watch as both these great runners fight it out.
yeah. No mega discernible difference between both runners. Couple things the other's done, some things the other has not, but minuscule. Yeah, that's basically the only difference. For the most part.
Yeah, if anything is on target in the woods, that could be a major advantage. Like if they find rain, get to do Jabu, all of it now, that's insane.
Man, what a song. Not an annoying pattern or anything.
Oh, did they check target already? Did I miss it?
Yeah, I was looking at left again.
I
Yeah, I
assume there was
totally
nothing
missed it.
there. I didn't see chat mentions anything, so.
Yeah, no pop-ups. Ooh. Speaking of popping off, we got hover boots right there on adult gallery.
And I don't know, Chuckle's not here for the obligatory. It's the hover boots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically, I don't think Pyre has seen the Din's Fire yet. They're gonna walk into it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think they've seen that in. That's true. Well, it's good to go ahead and just route in Chowgoan City while you're going on the way. It's not a big deal either way.
Yeah, you have to do it. You're probably gonna need to do it already anyway, and you can full clear it. It's not like you're putting off one check if you skip it.
I don't think we've seen Link to go around.
Pyra did it. I think it was a piece of heart. Was it
Oh
anything
yeah,
important?
right.
They already
right.
did DMC.
Link to go around sucks. He's my son. Tell him to do better. I will scold him just for you, baseball. Didn't have a slingshot, Nick Trio, but yeah. Oh, you didn't see Pirate check? You didn't? That's interesting. Did we get a
Yeah, I
hint
thought
for
they
it? I
might
don't
have
think
skipped
so.
it. It was kind of weird that I don't recall it.
I guess I can just go back for it, but it's kind of weird.
Maybe they forgot they had slingshot.
Yeah, we found it in DC, so...
And that's kind of check too. That like if you forget it now, like you're gonna think, oh, I got slingshot a long time ago. Of course I
Yeah,
checked it.
that's the last location, super mega hard, and nothing you can do about it. So, hopefully Pyra remembers. Maybe they thought they did it before they went down. That's like an easy mistake, I feel like. Like, you'll come in, you'll do a song, and then you're like, I totally did that before, so I'll carry on. Or it could just be a little bit of hyper focus.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check the VOD here. That's not the right video. Yeah, they just immediately jump down. They did like their setup to like jump down and land on the tree stump. They never checked the actual target in the woods.
That could be bad for Pyra. Hopefully not. I don't wish any bad things on any runner. Maybe it's just a solid skip. Oh, hammer chest is a key. I think we got... There's
a
Rudo's letter.
for methinkso. Pyra gonna be getting their Nocturne here and find their Din's Fire hint after they've already found Din's Fire.
Yeah. Alright. Didn't check the hint.
Oh, they skipped the hint too?
Yeah. I guess they didn't want to know.
Yeah, it's probably a mistake.
Maybe they've got... I don't know. No! Don't warp away!
Oh, it's unfortunate. Yeah, we'll see if they remember later. Or hopefully it's nothing in their case if they forget.
Are we hyper focusing on Zora's River here? Want to go to domain?
Yeah, I think in your shoes, like, it's just not much better to do. Like, oh, Felix are gonna find the other bomb bag here.
Yeah.
The classic.
I just look at the camera with an annoyed Link face. Maybe it's nothing important.
Yeah, I mean,
You
odds are
really
it's
hope
nothing. It's just it doesn't have to be nothing. Meanwhile, I think methinkso is gonna be checking the SFM song here, which I'm surprised Pyra didn't do on their adult one, but not the end of the world.
Mido skip skip. And a random nut.
Yeah, I think the Mido skip is fine, or the skip skip, because you're not ever getting Minuet the seed, and playing it is about the same as doing Mido skip perfect twice in a row. Because next time you go through, you don't have to do any skip at all.
Okay, well, you could get information on Source River. You don't need to check anything, but we do need, is it 2 more path hints?
Yeah, we're still missing 2. We haven't found any new hints, because they've kind of retraced each other's steps. It's a bit out of the way, but when you're missing 2 paths, and I think with the possibility of not getting a Jabu path being very good info, you probably want to push that.
Alright. Yeah, I... Oh! Well, you basically spawn at Temple of Times both ways, so...
Yeah, I guess that is a song that Pyra's not gonna miss, like, having, because it's a save warp space, the same thing.
Yeah, so Prelude is pretty much available.
Meanwhile, we're getting Nick Highlight here from adult side. Probably gonna confirm Scarecrow. We had a Colossus Hand repeat. Yeah, see what's some of these other hint stones. Forest to Baronade.
Interesting. Need a hook shot for that. Ice is probably... Ice and Zora's Domain.
Yeah, so that does mean that nothing in Jabu, except for the Stinger chest, can be required for the seed.
Yeah.
Because Shadow and Forest are both behind that. Well, in the hit prow at least. That is good info to have there. And Market to Morpha.
Interesting. What do we get there?
I don't know if we did get anything in Market, did we?
I think we saw... We saw Bombchu Bowling, we saw Richard, we saw Child Gallery. No.
I wonder if it's a like Big Pose or a Treasure Chest game, which both are opponent locked. And we have no Requiem yet.
I think it's like some of the chatter said, it's probably sitting in Ice Cavern.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, this is where kind of like Pyra's pathing here a little bit better, because you get to turn in Letter and then immediately go Ice afterward.
Also, does that mean that Boomerang still has to lock something?
It doesn't, because we have a Baronade path.
Okay, yeah, so it's a path, so it wouldn't directly hint at anything.
Yes, that means that nothing
Okay.
behind that is, nothing behind that
Yeah,
ring.
yeah.
Well, we assume
Okay,
it's ring,
yeah.
but nothing behind whatever's in Forest for Jabu can be for it.
Okay.
Oh no, he's short
Yeah, that makes
rupees.
sense.
Luckily, there is a pot with 5.
Yeah, that lens is sitting there.
And we're gonna dip Jabu.
Alright, I like it.
Yeah, it's a bit, I think, less good when you already have, like the ring knowledge, but it still could be something good there.
Actually, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, you already came all the way over here. It's not that much of a difference to just do it now.
So, interesting part of that, like, stalagmite, I don't know if this is true because I was a kid when I did it, but I think if you jump off it just at the right angle, you void out. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. It's been years since I tried it.
I don't recall that happening ever, but, I mean, I wouldn't put it past it in the game.
Alright, that looks like not a 2-diver.
Yeah, rupee layout, very mean. I wouldn't be surprised to see methinkso do very similar thing to Pyra here and go to domain.
Yeah. A little unfortunate to have Serenade and no scale for any quick way there, but hey, that scale's in Jabu, right?
It could be. There could be a hookshot there too. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that other morph path doesn't need to be a hookshot. It could be almost anything for Shadow, because Shadow locks more locks it now. I think someone said we saw Chew Bowling already, and I think it was nothing.
Yeah, it's me, yeah.
I guess this will be a good double check. Oh my
Hey,
gosh, we got a
domain
bomb
dead.
refill. We want that, right? The bomb refill? No, we need the bomb refill. What are you doing?
It's Path!
Path refill. And Pyra pushing up. They turned in diving game, right? I didn't just
They
see.
did.
Okay.
They absolutely did. I have been guilty of that myself,
I've seen it
and
happen
I
to a
have
few
felt
runners, so I'm like,
bad
oh
later.
no. I've done it once, and it is luckily didn't punish me, but someone told me afterward, and I was like, oh. Just one of those like oh moments. Usually it's when the bottom chest is like an important item, and your brain like completely shifts to like how to use that item.
Yeah, I think it was for me, it was doing the dive game, and I was low on rupees, and I went into the shop, and then reset it. A little unfortunate. Yeah, River having no sense. We're getting Valley from methinkso. This is, it's one of the things of checks that's a little out of the way at this
Yeah.
point. So
Surprisingly, methinkso doing Valley before Pyra.
yeah, I thought they were gonna go straight from ranch earlier, but yeah. Is your mindset like if you forget it, you're like, well, if that's it, GG. Like,
Sometimes it depends. If it's way out of the way, then usually that's how I'll play. If I can route it in later, then I will try to check it. No,
and I will never be able to see inside the waterfall.
it depends what the item is. Some items are harder to see than others.
I find myself climbing up so many times.
Anything that's brown just does not look clear. Like that is choose, I think.
Oh, they're going to get it. They probably couldn't see it either.
I think I saw blue and brown. So I think that's choose, but I could be wrong.
Is it a hook shot?
Is that magic? It's magic.
Oh, it's magic!
Oh, that could be
Oh,
bad for Pyra.
yeah.
Valley, like you're not going to Valley. If Pyra loses because they didn't get magic in Lake, that'd be a very fitting way for them to lose.
Yeah, that's no mode, is it?
I don't think that's no mode. We're still missing our first hook shot. That Morpha path to oh, does it have to be first hook shot in Market now?
Thinks.
Actually
I
that
don't know.
might be no mode.
Yeah. That box brings it up.
Meanwhile, Pyra's doing Composer Flames. Was this hinted or something, or are they just doing it to do it?
I think they're doing it to do it. It's in logic for methinkso. Oh, they're gonna go ahead and dip Shadow. I like it.
Yeah, you can do a good chunk of it.
Could find a hook shot in here, 100%.
Yeah, I think you're right. This could actually be no mode already for us because
Yeah,
it could be getting horse. So you get Requiem and Ice, you get horse, and then that lets you check treasure chest game and
yep.
also get lens for 8 off HBA for both your market checks. And I think the only thing we're missing are both our hook shots. Oh, Pyra doesn't have hovers yet, so they haven't been back to CAC.
It's true.
It looks like they're gonna be hiking to ice, so they're not gonna pass through CAC.
You could do big pose if you want to do. You don't have opponent, but I think it's like a way less percent chance.
It's, I think, 30%.
Yeah.
I guess that would save you going to ice if it is there, so I can see ice going for it a couple times. Is it 40? I thought it was 30 bits. It's somewhere in the 30 to 40 range, probably. Yeah,
It's
I think they're going
difficult.
for it.
Oh,
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 huh?
got it.
Nice.
Oh, very nice by Pyra.
This could save us a lot of stuff here. This could be a hook shot. We go right to force. I will say, that magic is gonna be very awkward for Pyre to ever get at this point now, though.
Yeah, they really pushed away Gerudo Valley. That won't be till much later.
Oh, that paid off in
Oh,
dividends.
that is huge for Pyra.
Yeah, so that should be no mode, I think, for us, unless there's some
Yeah,
weird. Oh, we don't know where lights are. It's on a time lock somewhere.
yeah. Oh. Well, I got an idea. It's what the people want. They want toilet. But it could just be on the opposite, like, right side maze of GTG or something.
Maybe GGG could be vanilla, or it could be in Water Temple. I think those are the places it can really be.
Right.
Or it could be behind an eye, like strength. Oh, Water's foolish. You're right. I guess if you get like a strength in GTG, it could be like OGC Fairy or something. But that's about it.
Oh yeah, happy 1 hour. It's my favorite time. Go ahead and give a shout out to our restreamer, who is Natheirean, who's also joining me in the booth today. Our runners today are methinkso and Pyra, putting on one heck of a show. Trackers for today are This Isn't Baseball, and Virgil, and Homo Itak, I believe. Virgil is on notes today, so that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Commentating today, I am skyygoro, and again, as I said, commentating with me, Natheirean. Nice to have you, and thanks for restreaming.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a first hour, and we have a lot of info. We should see a ring here probably in Forest Temple.
Yeah, we do have the Baronade path here, so should be self-explanatory.
Yeah, I think Pyra's best hope is to find another magic on the way. Although they do need to check archery game and CAC for hovers as well. So they are missing a couple small things in the overworld still. Basically half the shadow kit.
Both in Shadow and Forest, respectively.
That is 10 skulls. That is a reason to push him back to CAC at least.
Yep. We'll find that boomerang here soon. What else could we find that's just
I guess like a strength.
bleeding? Yeah. Alright,
I
we
guess
think so
the
getting...
one you probably don't want to see is like hammer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, was hammer.
Yeah, this could be a stoneless dungeon seed from the looks of it so far.
Okay, nothing in shadow so far.
Yeah, I think it's to be expected from what we know with our hints.
Yeah.
I think
So
ice is the
shadow...
correct play, unless you want to go for the 40%er or 30, whatever it is.
Yeah.
This is a fire dip. Interesting.
Yeah, we're basically pointed to where we need to go at this point.
Hey,
So
another
shattered
bottle.
it all. Yo, emotional support fish, good to see ya.
Sadly, they've already opened Jabu, so it won't be helpful. You're right, that is a bottle, lock bottle. Yeah, actually, methinkso hasn't been to River, so I think they're missing quite a bit of the hint knowledge Pyra got from turning Rudo's letter in. Because methinkso never went to Domain, right? Or did they?
No.
So they're missing the
Wait, no, they
last...
turned in Rudos. Did they? No. Never mind.
Yeah, so that means they're missing two of the last two path hints, I think. Which are very, very powerful. Oh, snake
Yep.
and fire.
What do we got here? Oh.
The other wallet.
Well. We're rich. We're double defense hearts in a dream.
Yeah, we are locked out of fire, key-wise, which is not too surprising. It's almost always hammer
No.
locked.
This is a scale.
Bosky.
It's Bosky. Super early in fire, not hammer locked. Alright, where are we going now?
I imagine back to child here.
Yeah.
You kind of need to go domain.
Yeah, I don't even know what methinkso has left. They did Valley even, so this is just like a straight path. Methinkso. Other than not skipping Epona like Pyra did.
Yeah, honestly, like the biggest difference that off of the seed so far, I think, has been that methinkso went child immediately after CAC. And so they didn't get the Ruda's letters. They never had that incentive to go turn it in like Pyra did.
Yep. Incredible how that little divergence can just turn things and flip things around.
Oh yeah. Oh, this looks like maybe... Oh no, this is, yeah, definitely river here. So
Yep.
they will get the last path hints and probably not be happy with them.
Yeah, the foolish hint to river is kind of like a double-edged sword in this instance. Because you're not
Yeah,
going to go there if it's foolish.
it's a lot of
But,
hints though, yeah.
yeah.
I haven't haven't seen our path item yet in Forest here, but I'm sure it'll be somewhere.
It's gonna be Phantom Ganon again.
We have to do all Forest anyway. It's not too much of a difference.
I know, but I guess getting big stabby super early is really good for our runners.
Oh yeah.
30-minute time save, they say.
That Brigorns was probably like my biggest saving grace this my race against Pyra when I had no shield the entire seed.
Oh yeah.
That made actually like Forest like actually bearable at least.
BGS was in. Oh god.
Let's see if I pull up our lovely note sheet here. BGS was we don't have it. Lost Woods Grotto.
Yeah, our notes track. Oh yeah, Lost Woods. Our notes tracker didn't know. We're lost.
That's right. As someone who has tried to do notes, it is
Yeah,
probably
it's
the hardest
hard. It's
job
so
there is, in all honesty.
100%. Baseball is just, and of course, Virgil Dante's been doing a great job as well. But
Yeah, I give
baseball
kudos
just
to whoever
knows
does
notes.
notes because it is the hardest job to do, and it is like the most helpful role.
100%. There it is. There's the unfortunate news. Yeah, but we're still thankful to Virgil, 100%. Not to downplay anybody. It's just baseball is getting a break in tracking today.
Yeah, if you ever notice us like commentators missing something on one side of the stream, if you're the note taker, that really can't happen. So I think every time we've done that, that's how many blinks should probably be on the note tracker.
Yeah.
I think I've done it like twice, and it is it's not easy. Once you get to like this part of the seed where things start slowing down, it's not as bad, but it's usually the first hour where like there's just a lot going on.
Are we full clearing our paths?
Yeah, we're full clearing forest. I mean, we have to full clear forest anyway, so it's not much of a difference.
We might not be full clearing market. Pyra at least.
Oh yeah, they're never going ice for Gerudo probably at this point.
Well, then they gotta find another magic and hope they run into one.
Yeah, so I imagine we'll see Pyra go to Jabu after this year. So they'll have Forest done, they'll have Jabu done. They really just need to go. They need to go to Valid. They need to go to CAC, which are both kind of like weird places to go to. Like they're not like high priority.
No.
They might actually go to Ice eventually anyway, because it has Requiem there probably. Like I think it has to have Requiem at this point. Maybe methinkso might have put it together here at this point. You're still doing these checks anyways.
Yeah, I don't know if they do, if they risk the big Poe. They might. You never know. But either way, yeah, Pyra has taken pretty sizable. Well, I wouldn't say sizable. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say sizable. Just go with a decent.
I wouldn't call it a lead until they actually have Hovers and Magic. Like those are two very important items that are not easy places to get.
Yeah, that's true. So it's let's call it minuscule at best. This game's winner is Ness.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure actually opponent has Requiem has to be nice because the only other song it could be is Sun Song, and then if it's Suns, Then Requiem has to be behind Shadow, which is not possible at this point. Double defense was in Deku Tree?
Yeah.
No. Was it?
What? I don't know. Oh, it was in Dodongo's Cavern.
That's right, it was in
Yeah,
DC.
right above King Donga. Player Dancer at the top has a key.
Logically, double defense is not needed for anything. As far as it being useful, it's kind of like on a runner thing. It is extra defense. No, as in the name of the item. Um, if you're trying to do some like Death Warp strats to save time, then I guess it's a small downside, but those are pretty rare. I might do a Death Warp in like one in every like 20 seeds, if that.
Oh, targeted the wrong one.
Yeah, I know
Not
you
happy
can
about it.
look at the shadow and the model because they spawn a little quicker than the rest
Yeah,
of them. I can't do that. My eyes just don't. I'm like 50-50 on it, and so I'm like I'm just gonna wait.
yeah. My eyes can't perceive that tiny frame. Well timed backflip.
Maybe if I
What?
was still in my 20s, maybe I still could.
Methinkso is
Yeah, doing the same jump
ahead.
flip that Pyra did,
So they're up by a magic
and hovers.
and hovers. So
Yeah, I
I said
imagine. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
a force up is Pyra, but
Yeah, Pyra's a
I
force
don't know where
up,
to place
but
it.
Methinkso has magic in Valley and hovers in Cac shooting gallery, which are like both way out of the way. The hovers, I think, is the one that Pyra will find a lot easier because they'll turn in skulls.
Yeah,
The magic, if that's the only magic available, that could be a tough one.
yeah. Pyra might need a bail here somewhere. For once, the second magic isn't in shadow. Maybe hoping.
Let me double check the pathins that Methinkso has in intermission. He should be in no mode. Um, yeah, he should have them all, I think. It's hard to say. They might just not piece it together.
Yeah.
There's a ring.
Yeah. It was on PG. Alright. That's a water medallion. I assume Pyra will go ice next.
I'm actually not sure because you almost want to hold off Jabu until you do Shadow, but it's hard to say. But this looks like it might be ice.
So there's one check they can do without Rang.
Yeah,
Just one.
it's the check that you usually get Boomerang in vanilla.
I believe this is nothing. Yeah. Magic, second magic could just be sitting out there somewhere.
Yeah, it could be in
There's
ice. It could
no.
be in a lot of places. It could be in.
It's usually always magic luck though, which sucks. But it will be a bail. But I don't know. I don't think it would push Pyra away from CAC. Maybe.
Magic on its own, because they still couldn't do much Shadow without the hovers.
Yeah.
So it's not like it would do that much. They probably would do things like GTG, maybe even Spirit if they find the second string.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say, assuming that they both do the same things, Pyro has about a forest clear time to find both a magic and a hover boots.
Yeah.
And unless we think so, skips ice as well by doing the like the spawn trick, then this is not even like a time loss in that regard.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Curious where methinkso's going. Is he getting the skull here maybe? I didn't see how close they are to 10 or 20. Let's see, this is number 8. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised they're not just going ice.
Also, Methinkso did do Jabu, so they have light medallion.
No, they only did. They don't have ring. They only did.
Oh right, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
they just did the the stinger
I
chest.
forgot. Good job, Tracker. You're better than me. Tracker's tracking well.
Oh, I've learned that the hard way. Never roll at the end of that iceberg.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just supposed to be talking. I don't know what happened to my brain. It's like one of them had ring, and I confused that person with the other person. I was like,
Neru's can't be path in these settings. There are scenarios where it can be path. Usually it has to deal with like that scrub grotto in Goron City.
yep.
Also relevant in some fringe scenarios. Uh, for things like top of DC with Oko. But in these settings,
Hmm.
no. Neru's is actually in the foolish pool. Yeah, the
Yeah,
most
Pyra.
common chance you have to see it being path is having Neru's Love and a hookshot to and magic obviously to reach the Goron City Scrub Grotto without Song of Time or a tunic. And we should be seeing what's on 10 skulls here very shortly.
Yep. Second magic?
Heart
Nope.
container. Here's where this is.
I actually don't know.
Maybe like field checks?
Yeah. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they're putting off ice this hard.
Oh, planting beans. Okay. Forgot they had beans.
Blue fire arrows still do extra damage to Lavagia. That isn't like gone with the being blue fire arrows. They still have
Yeah,
all
they
the
still
property
have,
of ice.
but the newly added properties of blue fire, which includes breaking mud walls.
Yeah, that part is not in logic, but the only thing blue fire is in logic for is for doing ice cavern without a bottle, which is
Hmm.
not in logic in these settings without turning in Rudos, but if it's like ER, then you can get into ice with just blue fire arrows and have it be path without bottle. It's also in logic for King Zora. For the oh so famous paradox letter. Or a
Like,
few things, I guess. Things can lock letter as well.
yeah,
Yeah, Skyris. That was actually my favorite things I did in that Triforce Blitz. That I caught everyone off guard when I watched the replay, but it didn't do anything, unfortunately. This is a very weird scene where we had like no bombs and no strength for like an hour. I think it was real weird.
nope.
Yeah, so there's walls that you usually break with hammer or bombs, like mud walls. It's like think of the walls that like block the Goron's like knife in Goron City, like those walls, like the four in a row. Uh, those can be broken with blue fire. Ice arrows don't work for those, but when they're blue fire arrows, they now have blue fire properties and then they work. Why they work, I have no clue. They must have some weird property from the game built in.
Swear to God. Ice keys, levers. Delete them from the game.
Looks like we're gonna see King Zora here.
Yeah, there was no hint.
Yeah, I think Requiem had to be an ice. I don't think it was possible for it to be Sunsong. Because if it's Suns, that puts Requiem behind Shadow, which is not possible as far as we know.
Yeah. Would. Alright, King Zora. What do you got for us?
No slingshot.
Alright. Alright, and it looks like methinkso's finally going nice, so this will get them Requiem, this will get them Horse.
Yeah, I imagine we're getting oh, setup. Oh, paradox letter is just when like Rudo's letter ends up on King Zora. It's not like a setup or anything. It's just that's just when Rudo's letter ends up being on King Zora, like the unfreezing check. The idea is that you get the letter from him in the future, and you have to go back in time to turn it in. That's a time paradox.
Okay, there's Horse for Pyra.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see Pyro reverse here after checking this hint stone. Hey, a final ice
Yeah.
hit. Thanks.
I figure light arrows are in GTG at this point. They don't have to be, but
Yeah, that's the most likely case. So going to GTG here isn't even like a massive waste of time because it's probably lights here anyway.
yeah. We will pray for toilet. That's why.
If it isn't toilet, it's kind of awkward for me, think so, because they don't have hookshot yet. They have to go back to market to do the check and then go to GTG.
Yep. Little out of the ways that are gonna be kind of a little painful for me, think so.
And I think Pyra's gonna confirm Scarecrow here, and then use opponent to go to ice. That is what it looked like to me, at least.
You mean GGG?
Did I say ice? Yeah, I meant GTG.
Look, I can't remember what anybody's doing, so I
Methinkso is
just
going to
agree with you.
ice.
Yeah. The hard recovery heart.
That almost looked like a mirror shield. I think that's why they went a bit further.
Yep.
I lost a race because I peaked Tektite Grotto, and I thought I saw a recovery heart, but it was a mirror shield. And so that was me wandering, doing random checks, trying to figure out where my mirror shield was.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That area just needs to be a little bit lighter, or it needs to be day out. But after you've gone up Source River, it's almost always night.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
sort of.
it's a decent time investment to do River. BGS was Dodongo's Cavern above KD.
No, that was
No?
double defense.
That's right. It
Lost Woods.
was one of the grottos in Lost Woods. I could never do that backflip. I've tried so many times. It never works.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to put you back on the platform, right?
Yeah. I wonder if Pyra will check Valley on the way to GGG. They've been pretty thorough here with checks. I wouldn't be surprised. So that could give them their magic.
Double defense is going to, or yeah. I mean, you could die by the Octos, but
You could also drown in the river. It's you have 40 seconds right now. Kind of a time loss,
yeah,
but I mean,
yeah, that would 100% be, yeah, probably faster than dying by Octorok.
yeah, they do very little damage with double defense. I think it'll take a lot of hits. You could also save it till after GTG, so you don't have to port back up.
Yep. And again, we don't know where the second magic is. It could just spawn out of nowhere. We have no idea.
You could just be in GTG.
Oh, they're gonna go Tektite Grotto first?
Yeah, makes sense.
Speaking of being thorough.
They're playing very thorough, so it makes a lot of sense. They've kind of watered into a good route, so I think they're just trying to make sure they don't miss anything on the way. Which it worked for them against me. I did not play thorough on my seed because I just kind of had to like go everywhere and skip a lot of things, and ended up being my downfall. So it worked against me. It could work here too.
Yeah. Let's peek it.
Yeah, the choose makes you think they're gonna do at least the peak for the crate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Pyra he's off the team for skipping Value this long.
Off the team, huh?
Yeah, off the
That's
Value
rough.
Liquor team.
I thought this was going deeper, like co-op team.
No, our multi-world team is the Value Lakers. Me, Pyra, and Lefty.
Oh! I thought it was just like a creed or something.
No, that's our team name.
Like, you gotta do it. Or you're out.
Yeah, which, to be fair, Valley Lake is a lot better in multi-world because usually scrubs are on, and you get the scrubs in Lake.
Alright. I haven't seen... Oh, we don't have hammer. We're picking the...
Yeah.
Alright, looks like this is a later type of deal for Valley.
I'm curious if they'll pick up Lens while they're here. I imagine they won't because all they need is Oh, I mean, they need magic and hovers, so maybe they do.
they got the hint. You don't really need lens right
Well,
now.
I think they could be worried that hovers is in treasure chest
Oh,
game.
got a biggie up here on top of Fortress. My favorite strats. Oh, they still got it though. Defend. Alright. Go get the Fortress chest.
I'm gonna guess this is gonna be
Pebble?
hammer.
Hammer? Okay. But that means we don't get to see nut strats. Actually,
You
we
have
have
BGS, you
BGS.
wouldn't see it anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's our first scale. That's a very deep scale too.
Don't know what Pyra you consider a pixel shot. You do need to
One
get
of the
really close to
strats
the edge.
is to use long shot instead of like summoning Pierre. So if you mean that
Yeah.
check, if you mean on top of the roof, it's not a pixel shot, but you need to be very close to the edge of the roof.
There's opponents. Or we think so.
I think when they set that up, they intended you to have long shot before you were there, so I think they were like not too concerned with the distance and didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because if you have long shot, you don't even need to do that.
Oh, what do we got here?
I don't think this is gonna be lights. It's too early in the
No.
maze.
No, it's not.
Stone of Agony.
Let's go.
So the magic is in Valley in the waterfall, and then the hovers is on adult archery and CAC.
I think adult archery would be the harder one now. Well, haven't
I
turned
think
into installs yet.
I
Yeah,
think
so.
the magic is the easier one to miss because they're gonna probably turn in skulls at some point. Um, so I think I think the hovers will be harder to miss than the magic.
Yeah. Did I? Okay.
Mostly because of density. Like the longest I think they'll put off. Oh, is that hammer there? There's
Oh,
hammer.
that's time locked.
Yeah, and it's time locked.
Oh.
And I think you still check toilet while you're here.
100%.
That we could have lights and fire.
Let me think so. About to pick up hook shot here soon.
Yeah.
Could be fire. Could be something like crater. Crater fairy. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a few hammer checks that aren't in in Fire Temple, but
you get it's more dense, so it's more likely if that is in fact or
I think you still check
path.
you still check DMC Fairy um beforehand, but
And the hope that you don't get baited.
yeah, because you've already peeked the chest in Fortress or in Valley, so you definitely will check DMC Grotto or DMC Fairy first, and then you'll go into Fire.
Here we go. Death Star, where are you? Are you here?
Technically, it could also be in the next room here in GTG, in the fire ring, because that is also hammer locked logically.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and complete Shadow. I do like this.
Yeah, you have to do it eventually, so you might as well. Well, they have a whole Shadow and Forest to do to get storms.
Oh no, the dreams.
Actually, I think methinkso is in Go. Oh no, they're not in Go mode. They need Hammer to do that still.
Sorry, that's our one day though. My internet going weird.
Methinkso is not having a fun time here in Shadow.
No.
I guess their Shadow actually is already halfway completed because they were here earlier, so they're not as far, like, dungeon completion-wise behind as I thought they were at
Yeah.
first.
Which is why I said like this is a good play because you're a little over halfway through to have like Shadow pot room to do.
Yeah, I will say Pyra is running out of time to find hovers and magic.
Yeah.
Like, they still have time, but they are starting to
Yeah,
lose
the
it.
clock. Yeah, the clock's ticking on Pyra for sure.
Because I think by the time methinkso finds Hammer for light arrows, they're gonna find Hammer. They're gonna check the Hammer checks and then immediately leave while Pyra is full clearing GTG. I guess the other thing that could happen is we could find. Well, no, because one strength is behind Shadow. So I guess you'd have to find like strength 2 and strength 3 in Sun's Grave to get like OGC Fairy as your light arrows.
Yeah. A lot of horrible options for light arrows.
And we'll get our last hammer check here in GTG. It could still be here in the fire ring.
That would be funny.
Nope.
Nope. Alright. Buckle in, folks.
Yeah, so about when I said there's a possibility of no stone dungeons this sea.
Yeah.
I guess there still is a possibility. We still have Hammer Fairy as an option.
Yep.
I'm curious to see now if
Hopefully.
Pyra goes to Valley. The reset is a good sign for that.
Yeah, I was about to say seeing the reset. I think we are going to see Valley here. They did have the choose out earlier, so.
Oh, this is
Wait.
this is HBA.
Yeah.
They're gonna get lens. Yeah, which I mean, from our standpoint, it doesn't look good. But as far as Pyra's aware, hovers could be behind Treasure Chest game.
Yeah, the more checks that Pirate does here, the more likely methinkso is going to get right back in this.
And plus, Pyra still has to do CAC to get the hover boots too.
Yeah, that's the harder one. That's the one that's going to be hard to. I mean, you do have 10 skulls,
finding
but
magic here doesn't really open anything up. So that is a good positive that might lead into CAC. Is that you find magic in Valley after this, and you don't really get anything extra.
yeah.
Like you still can't really go into Spirit except for his child.
Okay.
1570.
Yep, that's more than enough to get Lens.
Yeah, seeing the Shadow Boat here on the left, it's gonna be wild seeing fast Shadow Boat in Triforce Splits. If you
Oh
haven't
my
seen it
god.
like in action, it is pretty funny.
It's like a freaking steamboat
Yeah,
going for
you
it.
literally blaze across the entire thing like during the cutscene.
They put a they put like jet engine on it.
Basically. I think by the time the cutscene ends, you're almost there, if not already there. I haven't played with it yet, but I think you're basically at the end of the boat ride right when the cutscene's over.
Yeah, if you like forget a setting like that and you're like doing your usual thing while you're on the boat and you don't know why you fell.
Yeah, so Starks, Triforce Blitz is a mode where you have three like Triforce pieces in the world, and you're trying to find all three. It's a very like hint-heavy mode, so you're hinted a lot of items, and yeah, so wow, it's just a different mode. It's supposed to like be a faster setting. If you want to see more things about it, at the start of the stream, which you can look back at the VOD for, we actually had like an announcement video about the new season coming up. Yeah,
Okay.
and we are gonna get magic here for Pyra. So I think this was the harder one to miss.
Yeah.
He's gonna feel real silly probably that he missed this when he could have done Valley a long time ago.
We did have a video that we saw. We did discuss it for a good amount of time. So definitely look back on the VOD if you want to.
I think this is Graveyard. I think this is gonna be like a Shadow Dip first, the first two checks.
Could understand that.
Oh yeah, exactly what this is. They might be doing CAG after this though, because like I mentioned, they don't really have anything that's great after checking these two checks. I guess they have fire, but like that's not even bad either because you probably have to do fire anyway for lights.
Yep. How far do you think lights are up?
I mean, we already saw the start of Fire Temple on methinkso side, so we were at least Volve locked, I think. Or no,
Yeah, I
we
can't
didn't
go to
we
the
didn't do the
top
hammer
end.
loop, so it could be in there, I guess.
Yeah, that's too easy. Alright, here we go, Bongo. For me, think so? Easy.
Very clean.
I
I
don't
think
think so, no.
Forest had a bottle, but nothing like
Yeah.
super useful.
Yeah, emotional support fish is in forest.
Yeah, so we'll have to see where Pyra goes after checking this check here. If we see Nocturne, that's a very good sign.
Yeah, that it really is.
What was this? Was this like a scale? Or no, it was a wallet maybe. No, wallet was fire.
Oh.
Oh, well, yeah, it's the other wallet. Never mind. This is Nocturne. This could be a good sign here.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this will. If Pyra does Archer here, this will be go mode for him. Or it should be at least no
Yep.
mode. We'll see if Pyra immediately goes back into Shadow, or if they check 10 skulls. Oh yeah, the scale is definitely nice for getting back to Jabu later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best Chuckles impression. It's the hover boots.
maybe we need to do that as a sound effect in the game.
It'd be very funny to just insert that into their randomizer, the sound effect. Yeah, so this is gonna be a bit of a snooze fest for us because Pyra is gonna be full clearing Shadow that we've already seen, and methinkso is gonna be full clearing Forest that we've already seen.
I don't think so. I don't think there was barely anything in Shadow, so. But I think that Pyra knows that they don't have to full clear. Because they have a general idea where lights are, so.
Yeah, I mean Pyra should know that lights are somewhat hammer locked. Well, yeah, it should be hammer locked. Hammer
So I
could
think
lock
you could
something
just.
else, but yeah, the other scale, though, we only have one scale. We have the other wall and fire, but only one scale.
Yep.
While we're getting some of these repeat checks, I will be right back.
All good. I will hold down the fort. Alright, so we're just waiting here in very linear dungeons. I don't remember the key layout because I was looking more at Pyra's screen, so. They skipped it, so you've done good on tracking, Toma. God, I love custom music. How screwed are they now? They're certainly running out of time. I don't like to call matches. Heavily favoring Pyra right now, personally, but Hammer was in GTG, locked behind Song of Time, which was our path to Bane. So Bane is light arrows. I think my favorite Bane path was Scrub Seed that Blue Roses for You made for me. And it was Hyrule Field to Bane. And it had Claim Check. And my Begoron brother had light arrows. It was fantastic.
I have returned. See, we're making steady progress in both dungeons here.
Yeah, I have nothing to say.
I will say it's like just looking at chat since I was out. Pyra has a lead if that hammer is required. There is a possibility that lights end up being on the vanilla, like they're being on light arrow cutscene. And if that
Sure.
is the case, and that's only a Song of Time locks Water Temple, but if that's the case, then this is basically neck and neck. Because they will both be done with all the same dungeons around the same time.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't even really think of. Oh, Water's dead.
Water's dead, but Song of Time can still be locked the boss key. And then that locks the light arrow cutscene.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot that was a Shadow Medallion dungeon. But it was part of the hint pool, so I should have remembered that.
Yeah, it's very likely that it's Hammer, because it's already Song of Time locked, but it is a possibility that it is not Hammer, and it is actually light arrow cutscene. I think that's why Wayfaring Fox mentioned you should do water first before you chase it. Because if it is there, you might as well find it on the way.
Yeah. Fire is a big commitment. Water only has 4 items. 5 keys, 6 keys. So, yeah, I think water would be faster. I do agree.
Oh, the scale was in Fortress. I don't think right, the scale is in Fortress, I think. So I don't think methinkso had a chance to get a scale. Oh, the second skill was on Bongo? Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, Bongo did have the second scale. Which, yeah, methinkso did skip. Emotional support fish. Both runners have it. Very nice.
Yeah, if you see Pyra skip any checks here in Shadow, it's probably because they know they're in no mode. Only thing they're missing is the long shot, which they know is going to be in well, and then the light arrows should be hammer locked or behind water. So nothing in Shadow really could be useful, outside of like a random strength, I guess, which maybe means they shouldn't skip anything.
Yeah, we just mean scale as a means to get back to Jabu faster, not to enter water. We have all we need to enter water right now.
Actually, it couldn't be a straight strength. The other strength is in Sungrade. That would make third strength in well if it was like on OGC Fairy or something like that. Yeah, there's a trick to do lab dive with iron boots and hookshot. You basically hookshot the crate underwater there that has like the skulltule in it, and you unequip iron boots while you're hookshotting, and that kind of tricks the game into thinking that you dove.
Yep. Pretty good trick to learn. Yeah, I actually forgot about the key layout in Shadow, so this is not... Can't go mode Shadow. No, go moding a dungeon just... I mean, we're in no mode, but go moding a dungeon would simply mean going through it, not checking anything.
Yeah, we don't exactly know where everything is, but we can narrow it down pretty heavily.
Yep. So we know that our Song of Time has led to hammer so far. Fire is a big commitment. We could definitely go to water before fire.
Yeah, I think you definitely do, because you have to do water anyway. Because water's foolish, the only thing that water can lock is the completion, so you might as well do that. Yeah, Pyra recognizes there and go. They're just skipping the manager.
Oh! Okay, we're good. Scared me. And that would be a terrible walk of shame back. Alright. We got Pyra going Bongo here.
The classic use Dins before opening the door.
Yeah,
Dins for good luck.
the classic.
I got
I do
bongo
that
bombing.
all the time.
I'm actually surprised how fast Pyra got through Shadow, compared to how many things I was getting through Forest, but I think Pyra's gotten to skip a lot of things because they don't need to open big chests.
Yeah.
And I guess Pyra did do the first two already. Like they did the non-hover boots lock ones.
Oh. Oh.
Almost recovered in one short.
Look out! Got one more hit. Nice.
And bongo down.
Yep. So that is access to storms.
Yeah, I imagine we'll pick up storms here, and then we will probably go to water next.
Yep.
This is a very clean, so-called gamer shot on methinkso side there.
Oh yeah, that was very nice. The check marks are song locations that have been visited.
Oh, is this immediately fire, huh?
Yeah, we're just sending it to fire.
Yeah, this could be a little punishing if it ends up not being water, or if it ends up being lax. Unless we're just checking the fairy fountain and then going back to a child. But you still need to check the, you still need to get storms anyways. I'm surprised they didn't just go get storms at least.
Yeah.
Might have been a misstep of this, didn't think about it, or had their mind on hammer checks.
Alright, is
Been
this
there.
just light arrows there? We'll see.
It is!
Oh! Okay. No fire dip required.
It's
Good
gonna
place.
be awkward, they don't have storms.
Wait.
Pyra,
Wait,
you didn't
no.
get storms?
No! Stop!
I think they realized. They hurt us.
We almost got super punished.
I would have laughed watching them go to like the windmill and play storms and nothing happened.
We know exactly where Longshot is. It's in well.
Yeah, we've a hint that that the bottom of the well has an item for Morpha. It's basically long shot.
Yeah, for something that leads to Longshot. A mirror would be disgusting.
Ironically, if you got hinted that the crater volcano was lights, you could have done like the ground jump trick to get over the rocks and skipped hammer completely.
You could have done the swag. Yeah.
You wouldn't know though, because you wouldn't know it's hammer locked until you get hammer.
And where our strength 2 would have to be in Ganon's castle, maybe? Or fire?
It could be fire, it could
If
be
it's a mirror?
cannons, it could be a lot of places. It could be child spirit.
Yeah. Oh, happy 2 hours, by the way. Nath, you want to go ahead and do the shout outs this time?
Sure. Let's give a big thank you to our runners, methinkso and Pyra. Very solid running for both of them this past 2 hours, and we've got a little bit left from both sides here. Make sure to give both of them a follow. They've been great today, putting on a great show. Thank you to all of our trackers, baseball, Tomachak? Tomol?
E-talk.
What is
Toma
it?
E-talk.
Oh, it's an I, it's
E-talk.
not an L. Told me to talk, got it. That looked like an L, not an I. Sorry about that, and Virgil. Thank you for tracking, and Tom. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. For tracking in our note keeping. Thank you for being my my co-commentator, Sky. It's been great calling with you.
I appreciate it.
I'm also pulling double duty today as your restreamer.
Big shout outs for Nath, double duty.
Anyways, we talked for a bit, and Phantom Ganon died.
Yep. Alright, methinkso would need to go straight to GTG at this point.
Yeah, I will say I think their disadvantage is probably big gone at this point, unless there's some weird nonsense here in Well. I don't know what it'd be, but
Yeah, there definitely can be some shenanigans here.
the problem is like I think Pyro just has done more checks overall. So even in the worst case scenario, I think it's still favorable for them.
Yeah.
Because I think the worst case, I think Methinkso's best case is Longshot is not actually here in Well, and it's like Strength 3, and you find like Mirror Shield here, and then you find like Strength 2 in Sunsgrave check, but like Pyra can just do all that before they can anyway.
Storms for methinkso. He. This GTG. Northern Field.
Might be GTG here from the looks of it. You know, Pyra is just checking everywhere for this this long shot here in Well. Not being kind, just making us check everywhere.
Yep, no simple solutions. And yet,
And I will say too, the other advantage that Pyro has as well, besides the massive like check difference, is that they also have a scale for getting back to Jabu, which is a pretty big time difference.
yep. Well, they might get the one on top of Fortress.
That's true. That's a possibility. I think they should know that they're in no mode though, so I'm not sure if they'll check it.
Yeah, they'll probably just skip it. Kinda curious why they stepped right on past the one on Bongo.
Pyro got Hammer is in the like where the freestanding key is, and GGG on the right side, like where the Song of Time blocks are.
Still did not have a long shot. This is getting yikes. All chatters watching with bated breath. So we find a meme item in here.
Honestly, I think
Keep
what
this
made the
going.
biggest difference in seed actually was the very beginning where Pyro went up DMT and methinkso decided to go to Child immediately. I
Yep.
think that is honestly what caused the biggest time difference. It was that Ruta's letter at the end of it that let Pyro go right to ice, where methinkso kind of did a lot of like straight checks everywhere. And I think that made the biggest difference. Yeah, and there's our
Yep,
long
there
shot.
it is. Let's go mode.
And that is our official go mode.
Got water and we got Jabu. We're doing Jabu first.
Yeah, I don't think Oops
What?
All AD was possible because it was there's nothing left it could have been to be also a path item. Yeah, the early hookshot health, I think, I don't know if it made a massive difference because Pyra did ice anyways at the end.
Yeah.
I think it was honestly mostly the early Grutas turn in. Like the whole 8 changed faster. Which is crazy to think that deviant started like 5 minutes into the seed.
I suppose it did help Pyra get forced out of the way super early. Oh, Mario died. Unfortunate.
Yeah, nicely too. I think both runners did a job earlier, like the first check. So this will be a bit quicker.
There's Hammer. For the one.
Hazy Sip as adult, like the Glitchless jump is allowed for scrubs, I believe. You have to double check
Yeah,
with
it is.
the orgs. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. They try not to like ban tricks like that because the whole point of scrubs is to get you like your foot wet into like competitive racing, and it'd be kind of awkward to like ban a trick like that, which you're going to be using in competitive anyway.
I don't think it was lack of information. It was just like the order in which methinkso did things.
Well,
Should point it out
the
earlier.
first bottle was Rudo's, and the other bottle we found was behind hookshot already. So you had
Yeah,
to turn it in to do ice.
yeah.
Getting our second toilet here. I'm not sure if Dasher's still here. We got double toilet today. Nothing good, unfortunately, but we did get to see it twice.
We did.
Yeah, KZ was banned in S6, I think. Um, I think at the time, um, like Ice Rush was strong in the meta, but I think it's actually kind of fallen off a bit.
Yeah, I believe the overall principle was to stop people from rushing ice. Because it was just the play, and I don't know, everybody did it, so maybe a little divergency make you get Bruto's letter,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It's a little interesting because, like I mentioned, like now that it's legal again, it's not a very like people still do it, but it's not like as like um it's not as like what's the word for it? It's not as like common where it was like a must do like back then. It's still a very powerful play, but it's not something that everyone rushes. So it's kind of weird that now that it's legal, it's kind of fallen off a bit.
Yeah. Unless your name's Hyper Obsession.
No, but Tom, the problem is that you had to turn in Rudos because there is no other way to do ice because you need that one bottle. So like you had to turn in Rudos to get your bottle free to use an ice. There's no other like bottle available that we know of.
Yeah, there's a bottle. The next bottle we got was Bottle Lock.
Yeah, because the only other bottle we saw was in Forest, which was behind that hook shot, which is behind the bottle. If we found like blue fire arrows, that could have been a difference. But as far as we're aware, we don't know where that even is.
Yeah, this is a walk of shame up Source River, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. They must not have thought about it when they saw it. Either they mispicked the scale or they didn't think about this coming into play.
Yeah, I've done it before where I forget Job was one of the dungeons because I absolutely hate it. But, um, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you're hyper focused and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go for this, and you don't see the item in front of you.
Well, we're almost through Jabu here on Pyra side, just a little bit to go. A couple rooms and Baronade left. Jabu's a lot faster when you already have Rudo at the top.
Yeah, so dipping in here early is super helpful, actually.
Yeah, it's a time investment, but we need to do it anyways. It's like you're not losing as much time as I think people think you do.
Good old box skip. We talked about this earlier. It's not really worth it unless you can get it 80% of the time, which I actually agree with. So
Yeah, that's my personal like stat for it. I think it's roughly even if you get like the box roll like on your second try. it's obviously a gain if you do it your first try. Anything after 2, you're losing time. So my personal guideline for me to ever do it is to get 80% better, just to, like have a consistent like 2 try. But
Yeah.
yeah, it depends on your risk tolerance. If your risk tolerance is lower or higher, I mean, then maybe it's 30% or 40%.
I feel like I gotta do it because I might have mentioned this yesterday, but it was basically I practiced it for so many hours. It's basically like a sunken cost fallacy at this point if I drop it.
Yeah, my fear with it is that I will go for box skip and then I will just like struggle at it, and then I can't go back up very easily to like get a box later, or to like, put
Man.
the platform back down. And then if that's the case, then you're doing the walk of shame to go all the way back around to go get your platform down.
Yeah, and a super good Baronade by Pyra. Good execution as well in the boomerang throw earlier.
Yeah. Pyra's also a bottom of the well ahead too.
Yeah. It's closer than it may seem.
It's not a massive difference, but it's gonna take a lot for something wrong has to happen for methinkso to catch back up here. Unfortunately for them.
Oh, that doesn't help. Get on the switch.
Yeah, luckily for Pyra, they played very thorough this seed, and that the only way Pyra was ever losing was them missing either magic or hovers. It was actually a very nice strat there from methinkso. Because you didn't catch it, they killed the tentacle, and then they left the room after the cut like the dead flag got set, but before the
Yep.
chest spawned. So you get to skip the cutscene. It's like a small little like 5-second time save.
Yeah, I did that once. I was worried if I was cheating or not.
Nope, completely allowed in here. It's even allowed in the like the main place you see it is a glitchless AMQ, which is like super glitchless settings basically.
I see.
It's basically standard without ground jumps or flame storage. There's a few more restrictions too.
Love Furor's Wind, Jabu strats. We never found it, but
Oh, and the compass first pays out. I would have,
oh my god.
I would have suffered this seed. I am a map first gamer.
Yeah, I think I'm map first as well. I guess when I drain the water, I just do that mid one after I drain the water. Oh, yeah. Alright, well, easy boss key doesn't make this any more difficult of a, like, makes it more of a difficult comeback. There is the likelihood of dying on salt and pepper a bunch. But again, I don't want to curse any runner to that.
Yeah, they're at 5 heart or 6 hearts with double defense. That take quite a bit.
Oh, just missed it, I think.
Yeah, they're a little late on the hookshot.
Yeah, I just go into a corner and stay there. I watched Arthur Houdini do tutorials on it, but I guess I just can't get the timing.
I have a visual cue, which is the corner of my shield appearing in the cutscene, and that's when I
Yeah.
hold up, and then it's like Z, then you double tap hookshot to shoot quickly. Well, it's
Yeah, I
Z with
remember
the
the
visual
shield
cue, and
cue.
then you hookshot like a little bit after. It's like a it takes a bit to get the timing down, and I don't do it all. I'm not like perfect at it, but I've gotten better at it over time.
The stupid Octorok.
Morpha is down.
Yep. we will be climbing very soon. No shenanigans. Pretty decent seed.
Yep, we just got a Ganon climb and kill to go. Looking to be around probably a solid 226-ish, probably somewhere in that range, 225.
Yep, I would agree with that.
There's the
Oh
mirror
my
shield.
god.
Wow, that
Oh
could have been
my
such bait,
god.
actually. Because that's also Song of Time.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not Song of Time lock. Never mind. That's right. The boss key was Compass Chest.
Yep.
That's actually insane.
Nice. Both runners doing excellent. Baronin.
Yeah, Baronade just feels so nice when you actually get to like kill clean. It's the kind of boss where if you mess up, it can be like very disgusting. Like try to get back into it.
I saw someone, I think it might have been the other day, that they aimed up rather than
Yeah,
down.
that was Broski yesterday. They aimed up at the second phase, and I don't hate the idea because it takes the timing out of the picture. I might honestly play around with that a bit and see how it feels.
Alright, a well. Fine. You think so? And,
And water.
DMC and water, yeah.
Sling and validation chest. Probably not gonna see it.
Come on, for the fans! Yeah, you're in a race.
Probably strength 3. Or I guess 2 in this case. We already just know where strength 2 is.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no need to go fast here. Take your time.
Yeah, it's kind of something I mentioned to a lot of runners, especially when they're, I'd say around the CC level or just outside it. Being consistent, and like not making like small mistakes is like the best way to gain time in this game.
Yeah.
That's why at least like me personally, I don't do a lot of like the strats that are like very risky for small time gains. If I was more confident in them, I would. But if it's like if you're saving a couple seconds for like a possible like 15-second or 10-second time loss, I try not to go for it.
Yeah. Alright, if I am trying to use my brain here, I would guess that long shot will be found. And Pyra will be hitting the GGs at that point.
That sounds about accurate, yeah.
Songs are hard. Songs are hard! They are.
I think that was a Banjo-Kazooie track there.
No, that's a different game.
Is
It's
it
like one
really?
of those Australian... I can't remember the name of the game.
That sounds so similar to like a Banjo-Kazooie like
It
soundtrack.
does. It is a platformer, if I remember right. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, actually,
No.
methinkso might not even get to the long shot by the time Pyra finishes at this rate.
Yeah.
'Cause it is gonna be the last check you do. We're gonna do Dead Hand next and then the key area.
Oh yeah, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. That's what it's called.
Interesting.
We got the pick of the litter here. We got hammer, we got BGS. You can do whatever you want with cannon.
You have nuts, you have hookshot, you have bow. If you want to get disqualified, you get equip swap Deku Sticks.
Yeah. Lights were Death Mountain Crater, Great Fairy.
Just a few
Which
more
saved
punch
us a
stacks.
fire. Yep, couple more. Get ready to get your GGs in chat.
Alright,
Once the big
get your GGs in chat here. For Pyra finishing here with a time of 2 hours, 24 minutes, and some amount of seconds here once Zelda decides to stop firing a beam.
longest cutscene on the planet.
Yeah, 2
If you get
hours.
sniped right about here, you feel
Oh,
bad.
you cry, yeah. 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 51 seconds.
Very nicely done. Nicely played. Both runners did fantastic. Put on an excellent show today.
It's a very exciting race here. Yeah, I'm seeing if our runners would like to join us here. Looks like Pyra will be uh, waiting on confirmation from methinkso here.
Yeah, I don't think either runner played bad or anything like that. Made solid
And
decisions.
yeah, and welcome in Pyra. GG's on the run here.
Thank you.
GG's. How you feeling after that, seed?
Uh, I was feeling good until the magic and hovers combo, and then I felt real bad, and then I felt better.
Yeah, and welcome in methinkso. GG's on the race.
GG.
Um, we were talking about like earlier in the seed. There was a divergence to child, by me think so, and then you stayed adult, Pyra, and you found the bomb. Which, by the way, those bomb bag locations were the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But that might have been a pretty good difference maker.
Yeah, the main difference this race I think came down to after adult CAC, methinkso went to child, and then Pyra you stayed adult to climb trail.
Uh,
Um, and that led you to get Bruto's letter in your first adult sequence. And after you finished adult and did child, you kind of like ran out of things to do. So you turned in Ruto's letter, did like the Jabu dip, and then went to ice shortly after. While
yeah,
methinkso had to find Ruto's in adult 2 and then go back and turn it in their child 2 and kind of like it just took the extra bit
that
of
makes
time. I think that was the main difference this seed.
yeah, that makes sense. That's tough. I definitely like wanted that letter in my adult one because like I saw it in the wall. So
Yeah,
like when I choose, I was like I can go get that and like job is required, so like I need to go grab that anyway. Like their check's on the way with shoes,
Yeah. I
etc.
am sorry to inform you, Pyro, you were kicked off the Valley Laker team because you did Valley Lake after your opponent.
Well, shut up.
shut up.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense this seed. I think with Serenade and
You hit. You missed Lon Lon Ranch, so we thought you were gonna go straight Valley there. After
yeah,
that,
that time of day was bad. That was like the one problem with like my adult route was it just like set me with a really bad time of day for child one. So like my child one was kind of a scramble. Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, ended up working out. You got to do you got a good amount of hints at least in the field use checks you did, and it ended up working out. Our biggest worry for you was if you'd find magic and hovers, but you played very thorough, which I mean that I feel like that's usually your play style, so that helped a lot. You did eventually find your hovers and magic.
yeah. I'm just curious, where was Methinkso when I finished?
They were
They're back
in bottom of
wall.
the well, so they're about to get their long shot, and then they had water and they had hammer to get the lights, but they didn't actually
Okay,
find lights yet.
okay.
So probably
Luckily, not fire. We were worried about fire.
Were they the fairy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
DMC
Yeah, it was
Ferry.
on DMC
Okay.
Ferry.
Yeah.
Okay. I got nervous. Like I was kind of throwing a lot near the end here because like I totally skipped the scale, um,
Yeah.
and on bongo.
What was
I
that
was like,
about?
Uh,
I know where all my items are, and I'm like, I just gotta go, go,
Uh,
go. And then I went into the warp, and I was like, oh my god, no, that scale would save me like 3 minutes.
yeah. So there was
yeah.
another scale on top of Gerudo Fortress, which since you knew where all your items are, you probably weren't gonna check it.
Yeah, I didn't peek that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like that beginning divergence really was the thing because it took me forever to get to Ice Cavern. I did
Yeah.
see the Rudo's letter um, when I picked up Bolero check, but I was just like, I'll pick it up later. I'm not going to go to Jabu that early, and if I need to go to Ice, I'll find a bottle,
Yeah.
which never turned up.
The
Yeah.
song layout was super interesting this seed because like I
Yeah.
skipped the opponent's requirement for the hook shot, um, and just like spawned the big Poe the first try, which was nice.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Um, but then like I realized I was like, oh shit, like Requiem has to be an ice basically for opponents for like logic and everything. So then I
Yeah.
was like, if you ever want to go over to the GTG or like Spirit area in the seed, you like need to do it anyway. So it felt bad to do, but like GTG's Spirit has so many checks that like the likelihood that something is at that way is pretty high.
So methinkso. You come back adult. You go up Death Mountain Trail. You see the bombs. What are you thinking at that point?
Uh, I mean, I did find what was it? The Dompe bombs, I think.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, we
I felt
saw
pretty
that.
I felt pretty good about finding that. I mean, I had
Yeah.
shoes, so it wasn't a huge deal, but I was like, "Ah, yeah, that's gonna be a big pull." And then just like, there they are, just sitting there. And then I get
Yeah.
the wall chest, and
Yeah.
there's the other one.
That was good. I mean,
Just kind of rubbing it in my face there.
yeah, there were so many bombs. Oh man. Uh and but yeah, you both played really well. Despite the divergence, was super close.
Yeah, it was a very fun race. Like I said,
Yeah.
if Pyra didn't play thorough and find Magic and Hovers, I think Hovers you would have wandered to eventually, but the Magic was the big one, the one in Valley that
Yeah.
we thought she might have missed, or that you had a
Yeah,
chance of missing at least.
I was really stupid. Like I wasn't even paying attention to like the bow. Like my stupidity helped me because I kept like I only realized that there was a second bow like
Oh, and
after I had
Deku,
a
that
hammer.
makes sense.
Yeah. And I was just like I was looking back at my like Lon Lon Ranch to Eagles Bane and I had it as bow and Song of Time and I was like, isn't there just a second bow in Deku? Like super early and then I was like, oh I got it Song of Time for hammer for lights and I was like, oh god, now I have to check everything like bow and blah 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 and
Yeah.
it's just yeah,
I think both of you guys play Triforce Split, so I do recommend you watch at least the beginning of this VOD for today's restream because we did have a video from Ela about season 4 of Triforce Splits. So if you're interested in that, this is the beginning of the restream today. Looking on to the future, Pyra, you are going to be playing the winner of One Shot and Ink once
yeah.
they get their match played out. How you feeling about
That's
that?
not great. They're both good. Every
Okay.
everyone left is really good, so
Oh yeah,
this path through the bracket hasn't been like a nice draw, but I'm winning, which is unusual for me in tournaments. So,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
I don't know. I'm like vibing right now. Like this is kind of I like always want to win one bracket match, and then I beat you, which was great. For multiple
oh my
reasons.
god.
it was
But
That's
funny
now
gonna
because
be
it's
I
this
I was I
entire
was
year.
trash talking him too, and I told him that now
yeah,
that I've trash talked you, I'm gonna throw, and that's exactly what happened.
yeah. But I don't know. This feels like I'm playing with house money at this point now, so I'm just kind of like playing pretty free, and it's like really really nice because I usually disappoint myself just with like my own expectations and everything. So this is like kind of a good like, hey, you can actually do this shit. So
Yeah, and then on our other side, we think so. Unfortunately, this is the end of your road for the Challenge Cup. It's been a great races I've seen you watch play today, and we look forward to seeing you in future ones. I know we have, as I mentioned, Triforce Splits coming up. We have Multi-World coming up. We have League coming up in a couple months. So a bunch of extra events if you plan on joining any of those. I'm sure we will see you around. Uh, but beyond that, I think that is all we have for today. Um, Sky, would you like to sign
Yep.
us off with our shout outs while I get us a rate target?
Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to our runners today. We got methinkso and Pyra. Thank you guys for the show. Let's see. In the booth with me, of course, was Nath. I'm skyygoro. Big shout out to our trackers. We had baseball, Tommy Talk, and we had Virgil Dante who was doing. Yeah, the bot is busted, but hopefully I remember everybody.